Yeah, I would say that they had, David, but at this moment right now, things are back to being peaceful. I'll have my photographer Dan just pan over to what we are seeing. Some folks with bubbles, folks standing outside of the ICE facility. Of course, those gates, they had the announcement where they then brought folks out. The agents marched out, and then I can tell you that they chased someone. We're not sure who down this street, and then they rounded the corner over by the storage building over there. Not sure if they brought anybody into custody. They came back what appeared to be empty-handed. But again, things at this moment have pretty much calmed down. Earlier this evening, we did see PPB arrest one person for harassment, they say. Meanwhile, Oregon's senators and some congresspeople are pushing the feds, I should say, for answers on how federal agents are dealing with the protests. 2 weeks after several Oregon lawmakers toured Portland's ICE facility in South Portland, renewed demands for answers. One of the legislators calling for them, Senator Ron Wyden.
My view is this Trump unilateral action is an abuse of executive authority. He is clearly hoping that he can incite violence and undermine the constitutional balance of power between the federal government and our states.
The follow-up questions spelled out in letters to top officials concern detainment and processing here, access to counsel in immigration hearings, and the tactics used by the Federal Protective Service, something protesters tell us they've experienced firsthand.
The only time I felt unsafe is because there was an ICE officer pushing me out of the way, pushing other people, arresting people for doing absolutely nothing.
Some of the inquiries directed to Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem ask what type of munitions are used against demonstrators. When do agents engage with them? And what kind of criteria is used to make these determinations?
In the morning and in the afternoon, the ICE agents barely went out. You only see like 1 or 2 times when they come out in the entirety of the day. And then the sun sets, 9 o'clock hits, it's dark, there's a lot more people here, and they suddenly get super aggressive. They're spraying people with mace for absolutely no reason. They're just completely amped up.
To counter a national narrative that the city is in some way a war zone, some have turned to humor.
Our town's not on fire. Nothing's blowing up. So that's just ridiculous statements, and the best way to combat that is to come down here and be ridiculous.
The costume demonstrators who were out in force Thursday night still focused on a serious message.
I'm here for our neighbors. I know this is a crazy guise, but we're here at the ICE facility because we just need an end to this, and we've seen too much violence in our neighborhoods.
And while we were out here this evening, we did see 2 additional people taken into custody by federal agents, but it is not clear why. Again, the scene outside of the ICE facility at this point, at this hour, is very peaceful, very calm. David, for now, I'm going to send it back to you.
Yeah, Alma, appreciate your reporting as always out there. You and Dan stay safe.